Good afternoon, Mick. You're in Brazil right now, but how is the French racing life treating you up till now? Your new adventure in WEC?
Yeah, I mean, it's so far so good. Obviously, in terms of race results, I think there's not much to show for, unfortunately. We've had always very good speed, but in some ways we've never really managed to turn that into a good position or a good result. Some were unlucky, like in Spa with the red flag, or in Qatar with the contact. So also in Imola with the contact, and yeah, in Le Mans, the big one, unfortunately, with the double DNF. So it was a bit of a tough start into the season and into the championship, that's for sure. But we're hoping to be able to turn it around here in Brazil, which would be great. It's an amazing track. Fantastic to be back here. Hopefully it won't be all too difficult to get around the GTs here, but I think it's definitely going to be a bit easier than in Imola. So yeah, I think everything's to play for at the moment, and we're very excited for it.
Is that one of the main learning points for you, just navigating the traffic throughout a WEC race?
I think it's quite natural because you're kind of used to trying to overtake cars and stuff. What is a bit more difficult is to line them up in the right way. So sometimes sacrifice one corner so that you get them in the good, like that you overtake them in the good spot, let's say, or that you don't catch them in the wrong spot, let's say. And that's for me the biggest learning, where I'm now getting into a point where I can really anticipate. Okay, I can see where they're going to, and I can really position my car in the place that I would lose the least amount of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you are new to WEC. Our Dutch Cadillac pride, Renger van der Zanne, talked about the golden era of endurance racing already. So what a great time for you it must be to make your debut as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good championship. It's definitely a good plan B, as per, let's say, if you don't have an option in Formula One. Obviously, for me, my big goal, and that's never been a secret, is always to get back to Formula One. So that's what I'm working on, and that's what I'm working towards. But it's definitely good for me to stay in the loop and stay race fit, and that's what I'm doing here.
Yeah. And because of this maybe being a plan B, you're immensely busy with F1, WEC, some test sessions every now and then. How do you cope with that?
Yeah, I mean, I try my best for sure. It's a tough schedule. Let's say like this, I'm very excited about going to into summer break soon, just to kind of recharge a bit and be able to, refill my batteries.
Yeah. You have two immensely experienced teammates, especially Nicola, of course. What can you learn from them?
Yeah, a huge amount. Not only racing knowledge, but also racecraft, such as understanding what racing is about, but also see another form of racing in the endurance side, how they approach certain situations, and just to simply be able to take the next step with that. And to me, that's really beneficial, because whatever I can learn will make me a more complete driver and maybe give me the advantage over some people that haven't had that experience.
Yeah. Do they also make you a faster driver because of it?
I assume so, yes. I mean, again, more knowledge means more tools in your bag that you can use maybe in different scenarios elsewhere.
Yeah. You're new to the class. Alpine is new to the class as well. What can you bring as an individual to the team and to the results? Maybe even just because you are a rookie. Let's say.
Yeah, I haven't been called a rookie in a very long time. But this year I have been, I guess, for sure. What can I bring? Essentially, a lot of the tools that we use here are very similar to what we had in Formula 1. That means setting those up is probably one of the points where I'm quite strong. I feel like having worked with a car that has a lot of downforce, a lot of power, and goes around very quickly should enable me to have an easier time coming to a car that is essentially slower, more weight, is more lazy. And with having that contrast, I am able to kind of know what we need. So if let's say the car is too lazy, then I kind of push the team to say, like, look, we don't need to be good over bumps right now. We need to be quick in corners, and we need to make it reactive. And like, so they're different approaches, and it is a good way that we have so much experience from different sides. So we have, obviously Nico, who has a lot of experience in these cars. We have Mathieu, who does a lot of LMP2 as well on the side. Yeah. So, and then myself from Formule 1, which brings a great package together on the car 36. Now, we haven't quite been able to turn that into results yet, but I think we've always had the speed, and we've always shown the speed. And therefore, we hope that maybe now with Le Mans out of the way, we can focus on some more maybe car side points like setups and all that, just to further understand the car and hopefully set it up in a perfect way for this track.
Okay, so a good mix of drivers.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, a good mix of everything.
Do you have any advice for Max Verstappen, who at some point probably will follow you into to Le Mans and maybe even into WEC?
I think Max knows exactly what he's doing. I don't think he needs any tips from my side. He's been doing a lot of LMP2 from what I see, and a lot of GT racing, so he's just perfectly acquainted with what he's gonna find. And I know Max well enough to say that I'm sure he's going to be fine to make the switch with no problem.
Yeah. Is it true, by the way? I only learned about this recently, that you were named after Mick Schumacher?
Yes, that was right.
Wow, that's a nice little anecdote. I never knew that. Growing up, I've always been a huge admirer of your father. He is the reason why I do what I do today. So I started studying journalism, actually, just with that main objective to ever interview him. And so in that regard, it's been an honor and a privilege to talk to you. And I just want to wish you and your family all the very best. That's something I wanted to say for a long time, but it may not sound like a lot, but to me it is. So thank you very much.
No, I believe it. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you.